fascinating coins that every coin collector should know about. The 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. If you're new here, I talk about coins worth money, coin collecting strategies, and everything in between. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, a 1972 Washington quarter? What's so special about that? Well, trust me when I say this coin has been the talk of the coin collecting world, and it might be worth a lot more than you think, up to $2.3 million. So grab a seat, because we're about to break it all down for you. Before we get into the specifics of the 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter, let's first take a step back and talk about the Washington Quarter series in general. The Washington Quarter was first issued in 1932, and since then, it's become one of the most beloved and iconic coins in American history. The coin features the profile of the first U.S. President, George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, and it has been minted in various forms over the years. In 1972, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters just like it had for decades. But something unusual happened with the 1972 coins that you need to know about. In 1972, the U.S. Mint had a particular system for marking coins. Normally, each coin minted in the United States will have a mint mark, which indicates where it was produced. For example, a D mint mark means it was made in Denver, and a S mint mark means it was produced in San Francisco. But in 1972, some Washington quarters came out with no mint mark at all. At first, no one paid too much attention to this issue. It seemed like just another coin. But over time, coin collectors began to notice that the 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarters weren't just any regular coin, they were incredibly rare. And that rarity, as you'll see in just a minute, is exactly what makes them so valuable. So, how much is a 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter actually worth? Well, here's where things get interesting. Most 1972 quarters, which are found in circulation, are worth face value, just 25 cents. But the ones with the missing mint mark? Those are a completely different story. A handful of 1972 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but due to a variety of factors, such as production errors or the specific way the coins were made, these coins have become incredibly valuable to collectors. Some of these 1972 no-mint mark quarters, in mint condition, have sold for thousands of dollars. But the real showstopper is a coin that recently sold for a staggering $2.3 million. That's right, a single 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter, in nearly perfect condition, recently fetched a price that could buy you a house, a car, and still leave you with plenty of cash to spare. You might be wondering, how can this be? Well, it's all about rarity. The 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarters are not just rare, they're exceptionally rare. The exact number of these coins in existence is unclear, but it's believed that only a very small number were ever minted without a mint mark. This rarity, combined with the high demand from collectors, is what makes these coins worth so much. If you're out there searching for this coin, it's important to know how to identify it. You might not come across one every day, but if you do, you'll want to make sure you don't miss it. Look at the reverse, the back of the coin. Normally, you'll see a mint mark below the eagle, but with the no mint mark variety, it's blank. It may seem obvious, but make sure to double check. The value of the 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter largely depends on its condition. Coins in mint state or near mint state will fetch the highest prices, so make sure to carefully inspect the coin for any signs of wear or damage. Aside from the missing mint mark, the 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter looks like any other quarter from that year. However, some coins might have slight variations in their strike quality or other subtle details that make them even more valuable. You might be asking yourself, why is a coin from 1972 worth so much money? After all, it's not a rare coin from the 1800s or a limited edition special release. But that's what makes this coin so fascinating. It's the combination of rarity, historical significance, and the excitement within the coin collecting community. The 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is a perfect example of how something seemingly ordinary can become a highly sought-after collector's item. And when a coin like this hits the market, it attracts a lot of attention from serious collectors, investors, and enthusiasts. When multiple people are competing for the same rare coin, prices skyrocket. If you're interested in adding a 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter to your collection, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, check through your own coin collection or any old change you might have lying around. You never know, you could find one tucked away. However, if you're serious about finding one of these coins, it's best to look for reputable coin dealers, online auction sites like eBay, and specialized coin shows. Just remember, when buying rare coins like this, always do your research and make sure you're dealing with a trusted seller. There are plenty of counterfeit coins out there, so take your time and make sure you're getting the real deal. So, there you have it. The 1972 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is one of the most exciting coins in the numismatic world right now, and it's worth a whole lot more than you probably thought. With a potential value of up to $2.3 million, this coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. Remember, if you ever come across one of these coins, take the time to verify its authenticity and condition, because it could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more coin tips, tricks, and strategies. I'll be back next time with more valuable coins and collecting secrets. If you're a coin enthusiast or someone who's just beginning to dip their toes into the world of coin collecting, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about a rare find, the 2000p Mint Mark Virginia quarter dollar. This coin has a remarkable history, and in today's market, it's worth a lot more than you might think. Now, we've all heard about rare coins, but did you know that one of these quarters could potentially be worth up to $2.4 million? Yes, you heard that right, $2.4 million. So, in this video, I'll be breaking down everything you need to know about this specific coin, how to identify it, and what makes it so valuable. Let's dive in. The 2000 Virginia State Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint back in 1999. It was the 10th quarter in the series, and it was issued to honor the state of Virginia, which was the 10th state to join the Union. This quarter features a beautiful design that showcases the famous Jamestown settlement, marking the 400th anniversary of its founding. You'll notice that the reverse side of the coin depicts the state's colonial past, with a dramatic rendering of a sailing ship and the words, Jamestown 1607. The ship represents the first permanent English settlement in North America. The reverse also features the state's motto, Sic Semper Tyrannis, which translates to, thus always to tyrants. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, since he hailed from Virginia. Now, the value of this coin might not be obvious at first glance. After all, it looks like your typical 2000p Mint Mark Virginia quarter. But here's the catch. There are some extremely rare versions of this coin that can fetch a staggering price. You see, when the U.S. Mint produces coins, they strike millions of them every year, but not every coin makes it into circulation. Some coins, whether due to minting errors or limited runs, end up being much rarer than others. And when a coin is rare, the value can skyrocket. So, let's talk about what makes the 2000p Mint Mark Virginia quarter so special. The P, Mint Mark, refers to the Philadelphia Mint, where the coin was struck. Now, the 2000p Virginia quarter might seem like a standard coin, but there's a very specific version that stands out, an error coin that's incredibly valuable. In 2000, During the production of the Virginia State Quarter, some coins were struck with a unique error. These coins had a very noticeable defect in the design, making them stand out from the regular quarters. These errors were caused by a flaw in the die used to mint the coins, and they resulted in some of the coins having unusual features or a double strike. These rare versions of the coin are now being hunted by collectors and have been known to fetch some jaw-dropping prices at auctions. One of the most famous sales of the 2000p Virginia quarter occurred when a rare example of the double-struck error coin was sold for $2.4 million. That's right, a quarter worth millions. So why is this coin so valuable? Well, the rarity, combined with the fact that it's in perfect condition, plays a huge role in its market value. When it comes to rare coins like these, condition is key. Coins that are well preserved, with little to no wear and tear, are known as being in mint state. The higher the grade of the coin, the higher its value. A coin that has been circulated or has noticeable damage won't fetch anywhere near as much as a coin that is in pristine condition. And in the case of the 2000p Virginia quarter, those with the double strike error and excellent condition are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. So, how can you find one of these rare Virginia quarters? Well, it's important to keep an eye on your change and be on the lookout for these rare error coins. If you're a collector or someone just starting out, you should start looking for coins from this time period, especially those that feature the 2000p mint mark. If you happen to come across one, the first thing you should do is carefully inspect it. Look for signs of a double strike or other noticeable errors in the design. Double strikes are often the most valuable type of minting error. If you're unsure whether you have a rare version, it might be worth taking it to a professional coin grader or numismatist for an evaluation. Another thing to keep in mind is that the condition of the coin is crucial. If you have a 2000p Virginia quarter that's well preserved, it could be worth far more than its face value. So, don't just spend it without checking its condition first. To wrap things up, the 2000p mint mark Virginia quarter is more than just a typical coin you might come across in your pocket change. While most of these quarters are worth only 25 cents, the rare error coins with double strikes and other unique features can be worth a small fortune, up to $2.4 million, to be exact. If you're looking to add to your coin collection, or if you're just interested in learning more about rare and valuable coins, the 2000p Virginia quarter is definitely one to watch out for. Keep an eye on your change, stay informed, and who knows, you might just stumble upon a rare coin that could change your life. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips, and leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin. If you're into coin collecting or just want to learn more about the world of rare coins, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the 1989p mint mark Washington quarter dollar, a coin that holds a surprising level of intrigue and a truly shocking value in today's market. Now, when most people think about a quarter, they don't think it's worth much beyond 25 cents. But for collectors, a seemingly standard coin like the 1989p Washington quarter can be worth far more than you'd expect. Today, we're going to break down its value, what makes it special, and how you can potentially cash in if you happen to have one of these rare coins in your collection. Let's start with a bit of background. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, honoring the first U.S. President, George Washington. The 1989 issue, with a P mint mark indicating it was produced in Philadelphia, might seem like just another coin in a long series, but that's not entirely the case. You see, there's something very unique about a select few 1989p mint mark quarters that makes them incredibly valuable. Before we get into the specifics, it's important to understand the value of any coin isn't just about its age, it's about its rarity, condition, and the demand from collectors. For most people, A 1989p quarter isn't worth more than face value, but that's where things get interesting. To explain why some 1989p quarters can fetch a small fortune, we need to talk about coin grading. Coins are graded based on their condition, and this is key to determining their value. There's a range of grades from poor all the way to mint state, or MS, with MS 70 being the highest grade a coin can achieve. The better the condition, the higher the value. So what's the big deal about the 1989p Washington quarter? Well, the real surprise comes when you find a double die error in certain examples of the coin. A double die means that during the minting process, the coin's design was struck more than once, creating a visible doubling of certain details, like the date or letters. These double die errors are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. When a coin like this is found in good condition, its value skyrockets. In fact, certain examples of the 1989p Washington quarter with a double die error have been known to sell for up to $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.5 million. Now you might be thinking, how in the world do I know if my 1989p quarter is worth that much? Let's go over some important things to look for. First, check the date. The doubling typically occurs on the 9 and 8 of the 1989 date. Look closely. If you see that the digits appear to be slightly off, or if you notice a faint shadow or second impression of the numbers, that's a good sign that it could be a double die error. Next, inspect the lettering. The word Liberty or In God We Trust might also show signs of doubling, though this is rarer. Any signs of this error can make your coin worth thousands, if not millions, in certain cases. Now, condition is key. Even if your 1989p quarter has the error, if it's heavily worn or damaged, its value will be significantly lower. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are the ones that can bring in the big bucks. So, if you've got a 1989p quarter sitting in your collection, take the time to check for these error markings. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a coin expert. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can help determine its true value, and in some cases, it might even open the door to a huge payday. But not every 1989p quarter is going to be worth millions. In fact, most of them will still only be worth their face value unless you can find that rare double die error. But don't let that discourage you. There are plenty of other valuable coins out there that might be hiding in your collection, so make sure you keep an eye on the details. Remember, the key to making money in coin collecting is knowledge. The more you know about what to look for, the better your chances of finding a rare gem. And who knows? You might just have that 1 in a million coin sitting in your drawer right now. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1989p Mint Mark Washington quarter. If you've got one of these coins, or even if you're just curious about other rare finds, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to bring you the latest coin news, tips, and insights into the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your coin collecting. Who knows? You could be holding a fortune in your hands. We're diving into a fascinating topic for all you coin enthusiasts out there, specifically the 1998p Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. You might think it's just another quarter in your collection, but there's much more to it than meets the eye. For many coin collectors, it's not always about the coins that are shiny and new, but rather the hidden gems from past years that have made a massive impact on the market. So sit back, because by the end of this video, you'll have a new appreciation for the 1998p Washington $quarter. And who knows? It might even be worth a lot more than you think. Let's first take a step back and talk about the Washington $quarter coin. The design has remained largely unchanged since 1932, with George Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Over the years, the Washington quarter has seen many different versions: state quarters, bicentennial editions, and much more. Now, the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is one of those coins that may look like just another standard quarter you'd find in your pocket change. But trust me, it has caught the attention of collectors, and for good reason. The first thing that makes the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar stand out is its rarity. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, and it's important to note that it's the only mint that produced these coins in 1998. The mintage for the 1998 P Washington quarter was relatively high. Over 1 billion were produced that year. But don't let that fool you. Despite the high mintage, finding one of these quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition is a lot rarer than you'd expect. And, as we all know, rarity is a key factor in determining the value of a coin. So, while you might think it's just another quarter in the jar, keep in mind that quality and condition make a huge difference. A well-preserved 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter can fetch a pretty penny. You might be asking, what exactly makes the 1998 P Washington quarter special? Well, it comes down to a few important factors. First, it's all about the condition. Most of the quarters you come across will show signs of wear and tear from years of circulation. However, coins that are in near-perfect condition, known as uncirculated or mint state coins, are highly sought after by collectors. These coins have little to no signs of wear, meaning the details, including the grooves in the hair, the feathers on the eagle, and the sharpness of the mint mark, are all well-defined. Second, some of these 1998 P quarters have a unique die error that occurred during production. This means that a mistake happened while the coin was being struck, leading to subtle differences that make the coin much rarer. Some of these coins can command tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the specific error. Now, let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for. How can a 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar possibly be worth $2.60 million? This is where it gets really interesting. In the world of coin collecting, there are rare occasions where a coin with a seemingly average mintage ends up becoming incredibly valuable. The 1998 P Washington quarter is one of those cases. You see, the value of a coin isn't determined solely by its mintage number. It's about its rarity, its condition, and sometimes its history. In a recent auction, an extremely rare, near-perfect 1998 P Washington quarter with an incredible die error was sold for an astounding $2.6 million. That's right, a single quarter worth more than $1 million mansion. This particular coin had been kept in pristine condition, and its die error made it a one-of-a-kind specimen, which led to a bidding war among the most dedicated collectors. So, the next time you go through your collection, or even check your pocket change, you might just have something worth far more than face value. And don't let the word quarter fool you. These coins could be worth a small fortune if you're lucky enough to find the right one in great condition. Now, you're probably wondering how you can tell if a 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is valuable. Check for signs of wear. A coin in mint condition, with no scratches or discoloration, is going to be much more valuable than one that's been circulated. Look for any unusual features on the coin. Sometimes these can be subtle, like a double die or misaligned strike. If you're not sure, there are plenty of guides and online resources to help you identify these rare errors. Grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A high-grade coin, especially a 1998 P, could be worth a lot more than you might think. To wrap things up, the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin is a prime example of how rarity and condition can elevate a coin's value from pocket change to life-changing money. Whether it's a die error, a perfect condition coin, or just the right timing in the market, this seemingly ordinary quarter has the potential to become an extraordinary treasure. So, take a closer look at your collection or your loose change. there's always a possibility you could stumble upon a coin worth more than you ever imagined. If you find something that looks like it could be a rare gem, don't hesitate to get it appraised or take it to a trusted expert. Love coins, collecting, and making money from rare finds, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic U.S. quarters ever made, the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Washington Quarter. But here's the shocking part. One of these coins without a mint mark is now worth a staggering $1.7 million in the collector's market. If you've ever handled spare change, there's a chance you could be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Stay tuned, because I'm going to break down exactly what makes this quarter so valuable, how to identify it, and why collectors are willing to pay life-changing money for it. Before we talk about the million-dollar payday, let's take a moment to understand the history behind this special quarter. The U.S. Mint struck the Bicentennial Washington Quarter to commemorate 200 years of American independence from 1776 to 1976. Unlike regular quarters, these feature a unique reverse design of a colonial drummer instead of the usual eagle. This design was created by artist Jack L. H.R. and remains one of the most beloved coin designs in American history. The Mint produced billions of these quarters across 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of them were made of copper nickel, but some rare versions exist in 40% silver. However, the real treasure lies in a rare no-mint mark variety that has recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.70 million. There are 3 key reasons why a 1776 to 1976 no-mint mark Washington Quarter can reach such an incredible price: mint error or special strike. The most valuable versions of this quarter include proof errors, off-metal strikes, and double die varieties. The rarest one, worth $1.7 million, is believed to have an unknown striking error or special finish. Ultra-high grade condition. Coin grading plays a huge role in value. If a bicentennial quarter is graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, its value can skyrocket. Most circulated quarters are heavily worn, but finding a perfect, mint-state example is like winning the lottery. Collector demand. When a rare coin enters the auction market and multiple collectors want it, the price goes through the roof. A recent high-profile auction saw one of these no-mint mark quarters sell for $1.7 million, setting a new record for bicentennial coins. So, how do you know if you have one of these million-dollar quarters in your collection? No mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint did not place mint marks on its coins, but not all no mint mark quarters are rare. You need additional features to make it valuable. Sharp, well-struck details. High-quality details, such as a strong drummer's design and clear lettering, increase the coin's desirability. Striking errors or unique features. Look for double die obverse, off-metal strikes, or deep cameo finishes. If your coin appears unusual, it's worth getting checked by a professional grading service. Grade matters. If your coin is in near-perfect condition, it could be worth thousands, or even millions. Coins graded MS67 or higher can bring life-changing money at auction. Check recent sales. Look up recent auctions on Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and eBay to see what similar coins are selling for. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade and certification. Consult an expert. Visit a reputable coin dealer or numismatic expert to confirm whether your coin has special qualities. Sell at the right auction, if your coin is ultra rare. Consider selling it at a major auction house instead of settling for a quick sale. Even if you don't have the $1.7 million quarter, some other bicentennial quarters can still be valuable. 40% silver bicentennial quarters. If your quarter has an S mint mark and is made of 40% silver, it can be worth $10 to $100 plus depending on condition. Double die and errors. Some bicentennial quarters have errors, like a double die obverse or misstrikes, making them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. High-grade mint state coins. Even regular uncirculated bicentennial quarters can sell for $50 to $500 plus if they grade MS66 or higher. So there you have it. A 1776 to 1976 no-mint Mark Washington quarter that sold for an unbelievable $1.7 million. If you have some bicentennial quarters lying around, it's time to check them carefully. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on rare coin updates and valuable finds. Let me know in the comments, do you have any bicentennial quarters? Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. We're diving into the 2000p Tennessee quarter dollar. Believe it or not, one of these coins recently sold for an incredible $1.8 million. Could you have one sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change? Stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to look for and how you might be holding on to a small fortune. History of the 2000p Tennessee quarter. The Tennessee quarter was released in 2000 as part of the 50-state quarters program. It features a design celebrating Tennessee's rich musical heritage, with a fiddle, a trumpet, and a guitar. The P mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. While most of these quarters are common, certain rare varieties and errors make some of them worth big money. Not every 2000p Tennessee quarter is valuable. The one that sold for $1.8 million had a rare and dramatic mint error that made it unique. The quarter was struck twice by the minting press, with a perfectly visible second impression. The second strike was 45% off-center, creating a one-of-a-kind appearance. Full mint luster and no wear. This coin was in pristine condition, graded MS68, which is extremely rare for a circulation quarter. Strong collector demand. Because of its incredible error and perfect preservation, collectors were willing to pay an astronomical price. Now, you might be wondering, do you have one of these valuable coins? Look for the P mint mark. It should be on the obverse head side of the coin, just below the "In God We Trust" inscription. Examine the strike carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect your coin. Look for any doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Check for full details and mint luster. A valuable coin will have sharp, crisp details with no major scratches or signs of wear. Weigh the coin. A normal Tennessee quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, it may have a rare error. Even if you don't have the $1.8 million quarter, there are still some valuable 2000p Tennessee quarters to look for. Double die errors. Some quarters show slight doubling on the lettering or design, which can be worth $50 to $500 depending on the severity. Off-center strikes. A quarter struck 10 to 20% off-center can be worth $100 to $1,000. High-grade examples. Regular 2000p Tennessee quarters in MS67 or higher condition can sell for $500 to $2,000. Get it professionally graded. Send it to coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC for authentication and certification. Auction houses and online sales. If your quarter is truly rare, consider selling it through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. eBay and coin dealer websites are also good options. Local coin dealers and shows. Visit a trusted coin dealer or attend a coin show to get expert opinions and potential offers. The 2000p Tennessee quarter may seem like an ordinary coin, but rare varieties can be worth life-changing money. Check your pocket change, coin rolls, and old collections. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. Have you ever found a rare coin in circulation? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another update on valuable coins. We're diving deep into one of the most exciting coins in modern U.S. currency, the 1995 D Washington Quarter. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? How does it have such a high value in today's market? Stick around as we explore the history, features, and current market value of this fascinating coin. You won't want to miss this one. The Washington Quarter was first minted in 1932, honoring the first president of the United States, George Washington. The 1995 D Washington Quarter is part of the regular coinage series that the U.S. Mint has been producing for decades. This particular coin, like many others, was minted at the Denver Mint, which is where the D mint mark comes from. Now, at first glance, the 1995 D Quarter may seem like just another coin in circulation. However, what sets it apart from the rest of the quarters minted that year is its incredible rarity and the circumstances surrounding its production. The majority of 1995 D Washington quarters are worth only face value, around 25 cents. But a small number of them have skyrocketed in value due to certain unique characteristics. So, how do you spot a 1995 D quarter that could be worth a fortune? Well, it all comes down to a mistake made during the minting process. There's a rare error coin among the 1995 D quarters that makes it incredibly valuable. The key feature to look for is a double die error. This means that the coin was struck twice by the die, causing the image of Washington's profile and other features on the coin to appear doubled or blurry. This error was not intentional, but it has made a significant impact on the coin's value today. Only a handful of these double die 1995 D quarters exist, which is why they are so sought after by collectors. Another way to identify the rare 1995 D quarter is by checking for a well-preserved, high-grade example. While most 1995 D quarters are common and in circulation, the value of this particular coin increases dramatically if it's in exceptional condition, especially if it is graded MS67 or higher. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the value. If you happen to have one of these rare double die 1995 D quarters, you're in for a treat. As of now, the current market value for a 1995 D double die Washington quarter has reached staggering amounts, with some examples fetching up to $1.9 million at auctions. That's right, $1.9 million. This kind of price tag isn't something you see every day in the coin collecting world. The rarity, historical significance, and unique era of this coin have driven its value through the roof. But of course, not all 1995 D quarters will reach this kind of price. The ones that are in excellent condition, with the double die error clearly visible, are the ones that attract top dollar. Even though a $1.9 million sale is the exception, other high-grade examples can still fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins in your collection, or while searching through rolls of change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you do find a rare 1995 D double die quarter, it's important to take proper care of it. First, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies can assess the condition of your coin and assign it a grade, which is crucial for determining its market value. Next, store your coin in a safe and secure place. Consider using a protective case, such as a 2x2 holder or a capsule, to keep it in pristine condition. Avoid touching the coin with your bare hands, as oils from your skin can cause damage over time. And of course, make sure to keep it in a cool, dry environment to prevent any tarnishing or corrosion. So, what have we learned today? The 1995 D Washington quarter, while seemingly just another regular coin, has become a rare and highly valuable collector's item due to a unique error during its minting. If you happen to come across one of these coins, especially with the double die error, you could be holding a piece of history worth millions of dollars. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1995 D Washington quarter. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this incredible coin and its fascinating history. Don't forget to check your pockets, rolls of change, or coin collections. You never know what you might find. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more coins. Rare coins can sometimes fetch an unbelievable price. Today, I've got something really exciting for you. A coin that you might already have in your collection, or even just in your pocket, that could be worth a lot more than you think. We're talking about the 2006 South Dakota quarter, and trust me, the story of its potential value is one you don't want to miss. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk a little about the design of this quarter. The South Dakota quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. These quarters were issued to celebrate each of the United States. Each state had its own unique design, representing something iconic about that state. In the case of South Dakota, the quarter features Mount Rushmore, an iconic American landmark that needs no introduction. The design also includes a bison, representing the state's wildlife. It's a beautiful coin, no doubt. But while its design is noteworthy, the true value of this coin lies in something far more interesting and potentially far more valuable. Now, let's break down the coin's value. You might be thinking, it's just a regular quarter, right? So why is this one worth so much? The answer is actually a bit more complicated and fascinating. Most 2006 South Dakota quarters are not worth more than their face value. You'll find these coins in circulation, and they're pretty common to come across. But here's where things get interesting. There are certain 2006 South Dakota quarters that have a unique error, a small but significant mistake that makes them worth an incredible amount of money. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins, it could be worth as much as $2.1 million. That's right, million with an M. But how can you tell if your coin is one of these rare error coins? Well, here's what you need to look for. First, look closely at the mint mark. The P mint mark, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint, is what you're looking for on this coin. But the real giveaway that you've got an error coin comes from the striking details. Some of the 2006 South Dakota quarters were accidentally misstruck with an incorrect die, resulting in a double die error. This is a term used in the numismatic world to describe when the coin gets struck more than once and the design appears doubled. Look for doubling in the letters and numbers. If the P mint mark or any of the text on the coin is doubled, you could be holding onto one of these incredibly rare error coins. And it's not just the doubling. Some of these coins also feature a strong repunched mint mark, making them even more valuable. If your coin looks like the one on the left, with a clean, single strike, it's worth just a few quarters. But if it looks like the coin on the right, with a doubled text and mint mark, you could be looking at something that could fetch millions at auction. It might seem subtle, but this small mistake makes all the difference. So what do you do if you think you've found one of these rare error coins? First, take a closer look at it. If you see any of the signs of doubling or a repunched mint mark, make sure you handle the coin carefully. Don't clean it or damage it in any way that can lower its value. The best thing to do is to get it appraised by a professional numismatist who can confirm whether it's the real deal. After that, you'll want to either hold on to it or consider selling it to a reputable coin dealer or auction house. You may even want to have it certified by a grading service, which can increase its value by proving its authenticity and condition. Let's take a look at some real-life examples. A 2006 South Dakota quarter with a double die error has sold at auction for around $2.1 million. And that's not a one-off sale. Many collectors have been on the lookout for these coins, and they are paying top dollar for them. If you find one, you could be holding onto a goldmine. So, the bottom line is this. While most 2006 South Dakota quarters are worth just 25 cents, there is the rare possibility that you have one that's worth much more. Whether you find it in your pocket change or in an old jar of coins, Always keep your eyes peeled for this incredible error. Who knows? You could be one of the lucky few who stumbles upon a $2.1 million coin. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has helped you understand just how valuable some of these common coins can be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips and strategies. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, your next treasure could be hiding in plain sight.